lot of makeup today too, Kristin, for this podcast.
I didn't mean to. I mean, that's not what I should say. I should always say that getting ready and getting jazzed up for this podcast is everything. But we all know I live in a casual space, so me putting on makeup and a high pony tells you I'm dressed up for a reason.
I am very casual right now. The only reason I have clean underwear on is because I peed myself sneezing earlier. So I have the same pants on, but I did put on some fresh drawers.
And
You're
if you-
listening to the I Mom So Hard podcast. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also watch the podcast and see all of the very thick concealer I have under my eyes right now on our YouTube channel. You can
Man,
also follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
I think we
Rate
just
and
became.
review.
I think we just became a fetish podcast. Like somebody either was like, "No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what," or they're like, "Why am I aroused?"
Well,
She's talking
it
about
works.
peeing her pants.
It works for my husband. He does not care.
They
Like,
don't get to care because
No,
they come to
no.
the table with a couple things. If my husband, I'm honestly like, get your fingers out of your nose, man. I'm so I honestly, and if you tell me it's dry skin again, I'm gonna lose my mind because I know that it's not because I see what your pants are covered in and it's boogers and it's gross. End of story.
Yeah.
And I've got my things. I'm real
It's-
tooty in the
it's-
morning. And you know what?
Well.
We take each other at face value.
That's part of a healthy diet. That's just what happens if you're
That's
getting
what
the right
I-
amount of fiber.
That's what I tell him, but I don't know how to, I'm combating toots with boogers and it's just disgusting. Welcome to the I'm So Hard podcast.
My husband tried to seduce me yesterday while I scrubbed barf out of a cushion cover. It was dog barf. Yeah. The real Biley kind. And I was like, what are you doing? I appreciate the compliment. And also I'm pissed off by the compliment.
I mean, did you go through with the deed? Was he Bridgerton enough to get you from that scrubbing situation into
I gotta tell you, I've been a real cold fish lately. You know how you do you go through phases where you just feel like you're just a turd and you just can't get into it? You're like,
yes, kind of. Yeah, I can't get into it with him, but I have. I'm never a lady without her power tools. Let's put it that way. I'm not gonna suffer from anxiety or what that
lunacy, as they call it, I believe.
They used to give you one of those razzle dazzles to stop lunacy, and if that was the case, I would have been at the doctor literally 7 days a week.
Oh man, but so that poor guy. No, I've just been angry.
Everybody is right now. Everybody
we're
is
at
right
the
now.
end.
We're at
the
the
end of things, kind of. So it's
metaphorically, literally, marriage isn't easy, kids aren't easy, school isn't easy, nothing's easy, and that includes me. I'm not easy. So right now I'm like, unless we've had a perfect 8-day streak, I'm not putting out. And
man,
and he's okay with it. He's like, you're growly to begin with. I don't think this is going to make up for 8 days.
We also, I have to say, both of us by the time we get into bed are so exhausted that it's like. It's like we give each other a pat on the arm, and that's the most we can do before it's lights out.
That's right.
Time.
I think you look at each other and you're like, I want to be better. I just want to go to bed right now. Is that okay?
I know.
And can you please just put a pillow over your face so I can get a good night's sleep? No offense to you, but can you just give me my space? And on that note, I would like to remind you that today is my husband's birthday.
That's right. Somebody owes somebody a BJ.
First of all, Jen, I'd like...
He's not listening. It doesn't matter. You're not going to remind him. You think he forgot?
He has not forgotten. I am literally 6 behind at this point. And I know that comes with the marriage contract. That's supposed to be the thing, right? You give one on his birthday. I would just like to say that I don't have one note from my doctor. I have 2. I have a dentally small mouth note from doctor, and I got TMJ this year note from doctor. So I am technically putting myself in danger if I do that. I'm just letting you know I can't run the risk of breaking my jaw.
Kristin claims she doesn't claim. She has doctors. I don't know if they're chiropractors or
what do you need
DOs
to know?
or something. who have said this woman, she can risk injury.
And we don't need to know what those injuries are because I don't have those made up right now. But I know that, like, I just I have a dentally small mouth and I have TMJ, and I feel like both of those things, and I have a disagreeable attitude. I should not have to do any of that.
That's what
I
I
don't
was
want to
gonna
have to do
say.
that.
If you tell your husband, if I give you a baby, I my jaw's gonna hurt so bad I can't talk. He'll be like,
Yeah.
"So you got him shoes for his birthday?"
I have been buying my husband shoes. That's really I'm just discovering this right now. Yes, I've been buying my husband shoes since we first met because he had moved here from Chicago and he was doing a show at his theater and he was dedicating all of it. Remember when they were opening the West Side Comedy Theater and he worked like 80 hours a week
Yeah.
and they just worked so hard to get that place open, and he had these boots, and I remember he was on stage, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's perfect. I love him. He has a hole in his shoe." And then in my head, I was like, "Well, I can buy him shoes, and then we're good to go," you know? So I
That'd be
bought him,
mine.
Doc Marten boots for his birthday, and he
Oh,
still has them, and I've kind of bought him a pair of shoes every birthday since, I guess.
I
Mostly because
love that.
his shoes get real skizzy because he doesn't it's a whole nother battle, but
He's a shoe guy.
he's a shoe guy, and I'm a
He
shoe girl, and we kind of wear the same shoes.
They have the same taste. Just Air Force Ones, anything with a platform and a lace up the
It's
shin.
so true. It's so true. I don't want anything. He's like, "Do you ever wear heels?" And I'm like, "You know what?
Yes, you
I
do.
do. On a nice, super nice date. Is that what we're doing right now, or are we just gonna go get a taco?
Uh,
What's the expectation? You know how you have content to push out and a story to share?
yeah. If I have any motivation, absolutely.
That's
Yes.
right. Well, I'm going to remove the complexity for you with Issue. They make content look amazing wherever you post, and it's exactly how you envisioned it.
Yes, because Issue is an all in one platform to create and distribute your digital publications, including social media like Instagram and Facebook. They can even help you make animated Instagram stories.
And you can start now using Issue for free, but they also offer premium features that give you a more customized experience.
Get started with Issue today for free. Or if you sign up for a premium account, you will get 50% off when you go to issuu.com/podcast and use promo code MOM. That's issuu.com/podcast and use promo code MOM at checkout for your free account or 50% off your premium account. That's issue.com/podcast with promo code MOM. That's issue.com/podcast with promo code MOM.
You know that sometimes I just don't have the time or the energy to cook, especially if it's something healthy. There's a lot of upkeep with remote learning and taking care of your family and your pets and exercising and cleaning. And you know how I like to lift weights a lot. So this is,
Yes. Listen,
yeah,
we're not those 50s moms anymore that spend the morning vacuuming, cleaning house, and then planning the healthy meal
no,
and doing diet pills. That's not us.
that's not us. And so this all changed once I found Daily Harvest.
Daily Harvest delivers delicious food, all built on organic fruits and vegetables. It literally takes minutes to make, and you never have to think twice if what you're eating is it good for me? Because I'm always suspicious of anything that's healthy because I'm like, this isn't going to taste good. But no lie, it tastes really good.
It does taste really good. And the nice thing is you don't have to overthink any of your meals for the week because with Daily Harvest, you can have a smoothie for breakfast, a crisp flatbread for lunch, or their harvest bowls for dinner, which is what Jen and I enjoy so much.
And the other good thing is Daily Harvest doesn't use preservatives, added sugar, or artificial anything for those of you that are into that stuff.
By the way, they just included and started almond milk, which by the way, if you've ever tried to make that yourself, it's literally impossible.
I'm not
So
milking an almond, you guys,
no,
but
it's
Daily
so
Harvest
hard.
is.
It's so hard. So they are also committed to minimizing their environmental impact. They're transitioning to 100% compostable, recyclable, plant-based, and renewable fiber packaging.
So get started today. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code IMOMSOHARD to get $25 off your first box. That's promo code IMOMSOHARD for $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com. Dailyharvest.com. Well, so my son just had his birthday.
I know, I was going to say.
What can you do for his birthday. Can you go like socially
I
distant
told you,
dinner
Jen,
somewhere?
I have TMJ and I have a dentally small mouth. I am not doing any of that. Oh,
I
do you
didn't
mean
say
just
socially socially distant which maybe I could do that.
Oh, man, I just
No,
wish you
like,
could
can
give
you
him a
go to
gift certificate and you wouldn't feel bad about it. Like, just go to this place. I don't wanna know. Just I don't wanna see it on the credit card or it's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
don't be
we
weird, man.
we went to he just got a new record player and we went to a record
That's
shop.
fun.
It
Oh
was
my god,
fun.
how fun.
They only allowed 5 people in the place at a time, which was funny because I was like, "You've got 5 people to go in there?" And, I like look, if I tell you I like vinyl, it's just to sound cool. Like, I wear a Ramones t-shirt, and I don't even think I know who the Ramones are. I I'm I I'm fully aware that my bookshelf is out to impress and not really what I read, like, I don't lead with Grisham or Danielle Steele. I'm like, "Look at all my Kate Chopin on my shelves, aren't I, like, so educated?" So, I front a lot, but, like, this place, I was, like, in there, and I was, like, so bored after 2 seconds because I kinda don't know the names of music artists and I just know, like, songs, and they're all Taylor Swift. I'm literally what record stores hate. So, call I'm like, "Oh, Colin, well, if we're gonna eat something, we've been in here for 6 minutes." He's like, "We're supposed to just, like, browse." And I'm like, "Ugh." So then we were in there and he bought 2 records, vinyl. You're not supposed to say vinyls. You're supposed to say just vinyl. I was corrected by the guy. And, now we'll listen
You
to
know I gotta
records.
go in there and shame that guy.
I know you'd be great at it. I'm not. I'm a Apple Music person. I want to go to Spotify or Pandora and play today's top hits and lose myself in real average fare.
That's a fun birthday. So you brought him to get albums, like, he'll remember that he got these 2 on his birthday. You guys went in and got it. That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's such a good birthday
it was
thing.
and it's raining out, so we couldn't go to any restaurants, and we're doing the best we can. And I was lucky Casey came over for the hour while the kids were doing remote learning, so it just gave everybody a break. But that's as good as it's gonna get, y'all. Like I can't.
Yeah.
We, Finn, we uh last year we were trying to do the math on when we went into like lockdown for sure, and I think it was March 12th is what I think the date was. Um and so we were able to celebrate his birthday. And so now we've done everybody's birthday in our family in quarantine.
Yeah. We that's so I have to say, my son's birthday was I'm sighing. I remember when it was. It's February 26th. I
Yeah.
remember the day. It was a big day for me also.
Yep. Yep.
So, his birthday was a couple weeks ago, and I think that we had the initial super spreader event in 2020. That was my son's birthday party because his
I
school
don't
has a lot of
disagree
like
with that.
I know. His school has a lot of international travelers. Like when they've been in quarantine, they've been doing school from like everywhere in the world. They're at grandparents' house,
I know.
literally all over the world. And so they come back from the holidays. Some of them take a month off and they spent the month in Australia. Like people were out of town, out of the country. Totally. And so here's my weakness. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of like comments on this, but I believe if you invite somebody from school, you must invite everyone from school. Like you could
From the
invite one
whole
person.
class?
Yes, I think you could invite 1 or 2 of your best friends and say, "Please don't say that I'm having a birthday party." You could say,
Yeah.
"I'm having so and so over." But if you invite 10 kids from your class, my rule is you have to invite all of the kids from your class because I hate the idea that somebody would be left out. And like I've
Yeah.
literally been to and seen birthdays that were so sad for that reason. And like
Yeah.
I don't want a kid to feel like that. I don't want my kid to feel like that. I don't want any other kid to feel excluded. And guess what? Pizza's not that expensive.
Right.
So we had a backyard party and I thought probably only a few of the kids would come. So here's
Nope.
my trick. I sent out a real late invitation. So the kids invited, they could come, thinking like maybe a third of the class will come. Every kid in the class came.
Yeah, your
And
backyard looked like Lake Havasu during spring break. It was literally like I thought there was gonna be a cocktail server with the drink tray, like just walking above the crowd, like moving across the thing. People were like yelling at each other across the way. There were people losing it in the bounce house. There was beer, there was like
Yeah.
every kind of candy on the table. I I think I went into like sugar coma and a
Yeah.
buzz at the same time. It was I had a great time. I was wearing
It w
some
I mean,
accoutrement.
I learned from Kristen, you get a bounce house and pretty much everybody's happy.
That's right.
You serve beer and then the parents are happy. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of friends were made that day, like, a lot of parents connected, and they
Yep.
never got to, but it was every basically every kid from his class, like 25 of them, came and brought a sibling
Oh my
and
God, there were
brought
so many
their
people there.
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my husband and I were like, "Okay, we're gonna call and order more pizza." Like, and some people don't even RSVP, so you don't know what to expect. I had to have him go get another cake from Costco, but luckily, there were so many people there that they, like, stayed for so long that we had, like, one
Jen's
we
like,
had the
open the garage for reinforcements. We've got decorations from 2018.
oh my god, I was like, this is why I always keep extra, like, treat bag sort of
Yeah, you're like, "You're gonna
tchotchkes on
dress like an
hand.
Easter egg, it's fine, it's in the theme, it's an Easter themed February party."
So we had this party. It was great. It was February 29th, which we thought it was fun because that was a weekend. We had to do it because you and I were out of town. We were in Texas doing shows,
Last
and
ones.
then those were the last ones we did because it was before. I mean, it was way before they said do anything. This is like 2 weeks before shit got serious.
But you know what? I have some theories about birthday parties. I think birthday parties can make parents, especially new parents, feel a lot of I call it Pinterest pressure, like Pinterest pressure. I'm trying to say that with my I think that you can feel a lot of pressure about birthdays and then in the end your kids they just want to like play together. They don't care about all that
Yes.
stuff. Now, not to say if you're one of those moms, I think you're one of these moms. I have another friend who's just so creative and good at throwing a party and they enjoy it and it's not at the expense of their family or keeping up with the Joneses. And I say, I am all in. I say, go for it, lean in, do your thing. I went to a little party one time with Eleanor, and she had created this photo op on the wall where if you stood in certain places, it looked like you were doing different things. So if you stood in one place, it looked like you were a dragon with flames coming out. If
That's
the other one looked
awesome.
like you were doing bubbles like a mermaid, like I was like, in a million years, first of all, this is not where I'm gonna it's never gonna be directed at such a sweet project. You want me to like deck a house out on Halloween and make it look terrifying and tacky? I am your lady. But delicate, sweet, and girly, not my bag of tea. So I tried really hard, but I felt so not my bag of tea. That is disgusting.
That's well, no, because
Not
you
my
went to
tea bag.
teabag. Somebody's really fixated on their work later today.
Shut up.
Did you just look over your current cold weather wardrobe options and get a chill?
I sure did.
It's time to ditch that old sweater and upgrade that jacket. A Stitch Fix personal stylist can help you pick new pieces that are timeless, girl.
I know, and Stitch Fix offers clothing hand selected by expert stylists for your unique size, style, and budget, which I
How
need and I love.
dare you on all points, but it's absolutely true. Avoid the department stores during this pandemic and try on pieces at home before you buy. Keep what you love and return what you don't. Stitch Fix has free shipping, easy returns and exchanges with a prepaid return envelope included.
There is no subscription required. Try Stitch Fix once or set up automatic deliveries. You'll pay just $20 styling fee for each box, which gets credited towards pieces you keep. No hidden fees. Get started today at stitchfix.com/imomsohard and you'll get 25% off when you keep everything in your fix.
That's stitchfix.com/imomsohard for 25% off, you guys, when you keep everything in your fix. Stitchfix.com/imomsohard. As pet parents, working from home has given us more time to spend with our four-legged family members. I mean, at my house alone, how many sets of legs do we have? 8, 10, like 14?
I don't know.
Now we're more
You're
aware
past an
of their daily
octopus.
we're more aware of their daily needs, health issues, and well-being. So if you've noticed that your pet is itchy or smells less than pleasant, you have to check out Scout's Honor.
Scout's Honor uses probiotics to help with itch relief, odor control, and achieve an overall healthier skin and coat. And
Kristen, tell the truth. You know you've tried.
I'm like, what can it do for me? It's not designed for me, but it does great things for my puppies.
Thank God we have the Scouts Honor, the vanilla scented that makes them like, then I can get in bed and snuggle with them.
Yeah, they smell better than my kids by a long shot. Scouts
Especially
Honors probiotic grooming products are award winning, scientifically proven natural solutions for treating your pet's skin problems.
with every purchase, Scouts Honor provides 1 day's worth of meals for a rescue animal in need, you guys. That's all you need to hear. To receive 20% off your first order, go to scoutshonor.com/mom. Remember that's Scouts with a K at scoutshonor.com/mom for 20% off your order. Scouts Honor, natural and preventative grooming solutions for your pets.
I'm not doing
Birthday
I'm
work.
speaking of party favors. I don't want to feel that kind of pressure anymore. And Finn and Eleanor are both a little bit older at this point that I have this like cutoff internally that I'm like at 10, we're going to because Finn's birthday was just a couple weeks ago as well. And we did it so light. I didn't
Yeah.
do a very good job, but we were kind of like, what?
No, it was
It was great. We did
it
a
was
nice
sweet.
family Zoom, and Finn got everything he wanted, which is the saddest list of stuff you've ever heard, you guys, which
God
included
love him.
he wanted sugared cereal for breakfast, which he never gets. So he calls it Tiger Flakes. And he's
What's
like,
Tiger
corn
Flakes?
sugar, what's the lion? Frosted Flakes.
Oh,
So he
shit,
wanted
man. That's like
I know,
nutritious food in our house.
I know. We're just we don't have sugared cereal. Finn's like, I want some of those. I want some of those Tiger Flakes. And then I want my
Aw.
Sweeney special, which is chicken, mac and cheese, and broccoli for dinner. Then
Oh
I
my
want to
gosh.
zoom my family. And then basically was like, can I have a pipe and a nice story to sit by the fire? Like whatever. He had a great birthday because he's simple. And Eleanor's is coming up, which makes me feel pressure. And I think, you know what, you want to know what Eleanor wants?
What?
Eleanor wants God's honest truth. She wants a lumberjack beard and to get her ears pierced.
I love that. I'm on board with all of that.
I mean, does that describe who she is or what? And eh, I, I'm gonna go get a sheet cake for $11 from Ralph's, and I'm gonna have her Zoom with the people she loves, and we're gonna call it a day. Because that's like the pressure right now, especially at this time. I don't have a workaround, and I would just rather not be a stress ball than
Yeah,
impose that
no,
on her. I
there's
can't
only
do
so
it.
much you can do.
I
And
can't do it.
I think it's good that they have to understand that. I will say that I'm really proud of my kids from the last year that
I know
they
it's been
get that it's a tough
hard.
situation. But here's I have two things to say about it, and I hope this makes sense. I'm not promising that it will, and I'll probably say like a lot, but I do, I I'm not good at necessarily the everyday like making somebody feel like super special. But I do feel like
I disagree
birthdays,
with that, but go ahead.
well, that's sweet. But I feel like a holiday or a birthday, I want them to feel like royalty. I want them to feel like good and that they got something they shouldn't have gotten, like, like that they got away with
Yes.
something. Like I like that. But I only do it every other year. So my son got his big birthday party and my daughter's is the other year, which would be last July, and she didn't get a party. So she woke up and the first thing out of her mouth today was, "I shit you not, how many days until my birthday?" And I said, 4 months,
Oh
10
God.
days. It's and she goes, "Okay. I either want a bingo," which not which, well, that's what I say. Bingo is Bluey, the cartoon, the dog cartoons, the
I thought you were
Australian
literally
Shepherd.
saying bingo. I was like, that's the greatest thing I've ever
No, but
heard for a
that's what
kid's
we're gonna
birthday party.
play. That's what we're gonna play for sure. But she's either wants bingo, she wants New Annie. She loves New Annie
That's
with I
so
loved
cute because then all
Annie.
the
Yeah,
girls can dress as like the little orphan girls, which is so fun.
totally. There's like a million things. So I'm super excited about it. And I was like, if it is humanly possible, you are gonna have the biggest birthday party ever because kind of the only other big one she had was when she turned 1 because she just had like,
Oh.
we were on tour for the one that would have been her big one, and we were in where, Philly or something like that?
You mean where the
Pigeon
bird
shit in my
crapped?
face. Yeah,
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 pigeon shit in your face
yeah.
birthday, which is I felt like a personal gift to me rather than
It was a
I
good
will
day for
never
you.
forget Delilah's birthday because that was one of the best days I don't know if I've laughed really hard, but I thought maybe I would sprain an organ.
Yeah.
Trying not to laugh because you were so upset and
She was
holding it in
oh.
is it's not right. It's not good for you. You should just explode.
It was a sad day for me, and also we went to, like, a steakhouse with nobody in it. She was like, "Well, great. I'm 3. I love baked potatoes." It was not a fun day for her, and that should have been her big party. So last year was gonna be her big party, odd year for her,
Yep.
didn't happen. So this year, I wanna pull out
Go
all the
big.
stops if it's possible to make it happen this year. And she was also like, well, if we can't have a party, can we go to, Hawaii with Eleanor's family? I was like,
Big yes.
"When am I be able to?"
Big yes. Big yes.
We've
And
been
then
saving our pennies because 'cause we've done
Eleanor
nothing
and
else.
Finn will stay with you, and Colin will get his birthday. It'll be
That's such He'll be like, "You know what? It's worth the wait."
it's worth the
And
wait. I'll be like, "Babe, I can only do them in Hawaii. It's literally that's determined by science that I can only do because the drinks are good and the hotels are beautiful, so I can't cheapen myself here. I mean, it's against science. That's what everybody says. Well, you'll pull together a great birthday for her. And when you think about your life and you're grown up, did your parents have big birthdays for you? That was not something we did. Oh, that's not
God,
true.
no. The only birthday party I remember was getting the, Barbie camper van one year,
Yeah,
and that was a good present.
that's like a rich people present.
We well, let me tell you, this is the part I remember clearly. My mom was like, "Don't look out the window," which I never looked out the window. So
Now
I
you're
was
like, I
like,
kind of want to look out the window.
now I have to go sneak into my brother's room and look out the window. And I saw her pulling this huge box out of the trunk of our Datsun, which tells you how
That's
not rich we were.
That's how come it's so special though, because they really had to like pull it together to get that for you.
It was a big deal. That was a big gift. And I played with it forever.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I think my birthday, my mom. I remember one when I was in kindergarten being pretty big, and I also felt like it was unruly. So I probably started young, feeling like a sense of anxiety at parties, and then I was like, everybody's touching my stuff. Like I don't understand. And then I remember when I was 16, my mom
You had a sweet 16 party?
barely, barely. My mom, so Lynn, my best friend in high school, convinced me she was gonna take me to a very fancy dining location in Grand Island called Hunan's. It was the only Chinese restaurant for miles for everywhere. And I was like, "Lynn, that is so expensive." So we're driving and her like,
That must be like 11.99 a
"Yeah,
plate or
this
something.
is a
That's
buffet all you can eat. I don't what are you money bags?" So then we're driving and she goes, "Oh no, I forgot my checkbook." And I go, "Oh, that's okay. I'll just pay for it. That's no big deal." And she's like, but I have to get my checkbook." And then she was like, "Just let me get my checkbook." And I was like, "What is it?" So wait, I was like, "Are we fighting?" And she's like, "I just need
Oh.
to get my checkbook." And then we got in the house and she's like sweating through her shirt. And then my mom had a bunch of girls at the house and we did like pizza. And I got a leather bomber jacket from
Oh my
Lerner's
god, that's so exciting!
and my big freaking diesel car, which was not the dream I had, but that's fine. They
It's
could have
still wheels, man.
they could have fronted a Ford Escort with a nice big red bow on the front like my dream had it, but that's cool. A leather bomber jacket's fine. And did
That
I mention my dad owned a car dealership? No big deal. No hard feelings, Terry
I
and Dewey.
well, my if you listen to the podcast, Lynn is Kristen's best friend growing up, and mine was Mandy. And so my birthday is August 15th and hers is August 20th.
Oh, wow, that's
So
close.
it's so close. So we had our 13th birthday party together, and it was I wore my
Nothing but a bunch of
nicest
boners.
Z Cavarici t-shirt, farted real loud in front of everybody.
Z Cavarici was so expensive.
I know I got it for my birthday. It was like $32. I know. And I got it for my birthday. I think
That's
I got it
a
for my
$1 million shirt now,
yeah.
which, by the way, they would literally pay $1 million for it right now. I remember all
Oh,
the guys wore Z Cavarici pants, and if they were black, the Z Cavarici part was white, like right on the crotch. It was very I was like, "How can you not look at it?"
might as well be an arrow pointing to their
It's
junk.
yeah, and, and then you're like, "And it's, like, sticking out weird. Good thing there's a lot of pleats. I don't know, it seems like you need room in there. What's going on?" And then a nice silk shirt, and then you would dance weird. Ugh, 13. Best years ever.
That really dates us. I
Yeah.
mean, we've seen movies about that, I think.
Let's not, I don't know. I said I was having a birthday, and it's my 28th. Everything's
Well,
fine.
because we are stuck at home being safe. So for my son's birthday, we were going to get my son a PlayStation 5, which is not a typical gift. They're very expensive, but I was like, I don't know how much more as a family
Hey,
we're going to
man.
be stuck in here and we need some form of and
Ain't
trust
no
me,
judgment from this lady. I'd if I thought that buying an elephant would entertain my kids for 30
holy
minutes, I'd
shit.
get one.
I didn't have to spend $300 on pizza this birthday, so I feel like I sort of got away with a
Did
lot.
you
So
get
I
him
was
one?
like,
Did you find one?
we couldn't find one. And
Yeah,
well,
because 'cause
you
they're
could
out
find
everywhere.
they're out everywhere. You can find them, like, on eBay, and they're, like, $1,000, and I was like, we can buy books. We don't
You wanna
have to
know what
get
I
that."
wanna do? I wanna get in a fight with the person that listed that sucker for $1,000 on eBay. A,
My
because they're
god.
smart, and B, because they're pissing me off because 'cause they're profiting from my need to have my kid be on a screen. How dare
Yeah.
you? How dare you?
Well,
Give it to me for retail, you butthole.
the thing I thought that would be fun for the is they can play physical stuff with other kids, and then I thought it may I don't know. You have those pipe dreams that you and your husband are gonna get into sick shape because 'cause you're gonna, like, do dance like, what's that dance game?
I
What is
actually
that?
do really like that game. It's
I do
not
too!
it's not
It's fun
Dance
when you're
Dance
drunk, but it's not
Yeah, it's not Dance Dance
dance
Revolution, there's another one, and it, like, screens you
it's
when you're dancing. I do it all the
yes,
time. No, I
and
don't,
it,
that's a
like
lie. I used to do it.
see, that's the hope, though, is that you're gonna, like, really just get into that, do that for 30 minutes a day and really get into shape, but so that was what we were thinking. We didn't get that, so it he did not get it was sort of like a normal birthday. It would've been like a birthday we had when we were kids,
Yeah,
where you
man,
get,
which is
like,
like a cake, your
y the
family.
series the series of the book that you're into at the
Yeah,
time.
maybe a Barbie if you're having a good year. If your mom's not mad at you get a Barbie, and that's it. That's
Yeah.
kinda it.
And then we said, "You can order whatever you want to for dinner," and thank God, just bless him, he wanted sushi, because then
Yeah,
my husband and I got to cheat on
yeah.
our healthy lifestyle commitment
Oh god,
and
barf,
order sushi.
barf. I know, you know
Oh,
what? There's some romance into keeping things simple. Your kids aren't they don't judge you based on what you give them, and it feels good to us because right now we're just in this incredibly difficult situation where you're like, how what do we do? And you're not spending a ton of money. You're not going out, you're not eating out or
no,
whatever. So you throw it at them a little bit, and we did that too. And I feel like the most important thing is that they hear from the people they love and they feel special for the day, and then you move on. Because you know what? It's like
totally.
my kid was revving up for his birthday for 3 weeks. Every day it was like, "Hey, can I stay up for 45 minutes longer because it's my birthday almost?" I'm like, "What the hell kinda what
Well,
no. No, you can't."
that's what I was gonna say when you said, like, young parents or, like, new parents feel a lot of pressure is that the kids are so excited just to turn another year older, and they're excited to
Totally.
see their friends. So, the fact that, like, they get to see their kids from class at their house, how
Yeah.
crazy is that? And that they're gonna have, like,
Crazy.
the cheapest, like, paper thin pepperoni pizza you could possibly find, and they're gonna have a bag full of, like, hand stampers and, like
Yeah, it's true. And let me just say this to all of you parents out there, like the walkaway gift, that's you don't have to have those, but let me tell you something. Those walkaway gifts have trumped the presents that we've bought for Christmas. Like I find gifts, walkaway presents from your parties all the time. And I'm like, they just played with this thing. It's a maze with a little ball in it. And I'm like, 30 cents, but we've got a like $200 bike that's like getting dust on it. I can't win. Jen's gonna pick out her mom box.
So I have so many black leggings that I can tell by how faded they are, like which ones they are. If they're the like super stretchy ones with the high waist, if they're the ones with the really low crotch that I just wear when I'm painting something. Like I have so many different pair and I thought I had this like psychosis, but I posted about black leggings and the women came out of the woodwork to say
They
I
totally did.
share the same affliction because it's the easy they're free. You can get a pair of leggings like for 3-4 bucks sometimes at Target and they're comfy. They work, they go with everything. You don't have to look at my crotch if you don't want to. That's my eyes are up here, but I wear them like especially around the house all the time. And this I had to share this Amber R said commented on the post. My favorite leggings are quote unquote maternity leggings. My youngest child is 14. I can only wear them at home now because mama's lack of thigh gap has rubbed them threadbare. But do I throw them away after I stress added to my Old Navy cart 6 pairs during quarantine? No. Nope. That's the exact I've never one for one. I've never bought a pair and thrown a pair away. I just keep saving them. And now I don't know to tell the difference between like workout pants versus just like cheap ass like Forever 21 leggings. I have double digits though.
That's insane. I am not a leggings person, and I think it's because I am first of all, I'm built like a boy. I have no waist. And then my butt is a little thick, and then my shins are the only thing on me that are skinny. And just to make sure everybody understands, that
She's
is
very tiny ankles
I have
too.
very
Right.
tiny ankles and shins, but then it just goes up into this like wide V. So like leggings always come down in my crotch unless they're workout pants. And then they're on like, they're like glued on my body and I can't wait to get them off. So I'm a jeans girl, but I do have a strong connection to all of my hoodies. And it's so tacky because they're ours. They all say I'm mom so hard and
I
I
know.
can't get rid of them. But I know that it's tacky to wear your own merch. But I'm like,
Yeah,
these are the softest, mostest, and they're disgusting. I have like the sleeves are covered in goo and like they've been
totally.
stained and I don't care and they just
Yep.
are comfortable. That's the
They
thing.
they really are, and I bet you wanna buy one now. You can't because we gave up,
I know.
but at some point,
We're
we'll give it
literally
another go.
we'll
But they
find
were
another
they were
fucking hoodie.
really they were great for a while. But I know that your leggings are jeans
Yes.
because when I had, I think Delilah, and I couldn't fit into any of my clothes, you were like, "Hold on, I'm gonna bring you 40 pairs of jeans for you to try on."
I know, and I'm
She
mortified
really did.
because you were so small. I had no frame of reference. I'm like, she could fit into the left leg of those jeans. And then
I
it's
could not fit into your jeans.
yes,
I
you
could
could. And
not.
then you
Mm-mm.
gave me a pair of your jeans, and I just showed them to Casey today. You gave me a pair of really cool distressed jeans, and you were like, I know I don't want this to come off weird, but because I know you're taller than me, you have you might wear a little bit bigger of a size than I do right now. And I have these really cool jeans I got from Anthropology. Do you want them? And I was like, you know what? That is the nicest way anybody said, do you want a pair of jeans? Because I'm too skinny for them. I'm like, yep, I want those jeans. And I went home and I was like, they're my goal pants. I'm gonna get into them someday. And then
No.
literally, I can't even like when I put them on around my waist, it just looks like there's like 3 circles, which is the loop to where the button goes, my actual belly button and the other button, and they're fighting each other. It's like a bar fight. Like and I'm telling you, button is not getting in buttonhole because button in the
I
middle
don't think
is like a giant bouncer at a club and they are at capacity and they
I
are
don't
not
think
letting
that's
you
true
in.
because I saw you wear them. I just think they're higher in the waist than you like.
That's super nice of you and you're being a good friend, but I'm telling
No,
you,
I'm
yes, you are. Because when I wore them with a long shirt and I didn't button them. But I know they were expensive and they were very cool. So I was like, just wear tunic top. That's where I'm at, you guys. I'm sorry.
not.
You don't know if my pants are open right now.
It's none of your business.
It's no, we're all doing our best. Don't even get me started
That's
on
why
short shorts.
you know what? I'm gonna send you a pair of like really comfy leggings, and you're gonna be like, you know what? Deal with my camel toe, people, because these
I
are comfy.
I know. I understand. We had a lot of people that were giving us leggings at the show.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot
and
about that.
and I put them on and I was like, these are too like second skin. I need something that feels a little more like a work uniform to feel.
More cargo-y.
I need
more
cargo-y
utility in the description.
Like I could knock on your door and be like, I heard you had a leak in apartment 4 and I could fix it. I can't do that in leggings.
Well-
they're too ballerina for me.
Kristin made this really good observation that if you are not like super like if you're not teaching yoga class or like a fitness influencer, you have the same situation up front that you have in the back at just a like slightly smaller scale. So you've got like front butt, which is your camel toe that just goes straight up to your belly button.
Yeah.
And then so it looks like a front butt and it's not, but but they're so comfy. I have
That's
to
what
do
I say.
it.
Be comfortable. My thing is be comfortable. And on that note, when we're talking about front butt and giant camel toe, I have a hot flash, and I think it's a good one.
Oh, okay.
I got
I'm
a
so
hot flash.
curious.
Let's talk about a hot flash, baby.
Hot flash, hot flash. Hot flash.
Let's see if we can wake up my dead libido.
Listen, everybody's libido is dead. I have literally, I put out today because it was Colin's birthday, and we had a great time.
Look how happy that made me. I'm such a weirdo. I was
You
like,
are
oh,
weirdo.
good.
I'm only telling you that because and then we'll be fine. for,
You're
like, the
only
next-
telling me that and everyone listening to this podcast, but they can keep secrets.
I don't think they're
Be
gonna
cool,
rewind
people.
it
Be
and be
cool.
like, boy, she really spiced up that story. I was like, we did it and it was
Wait.
fine.
What did she say? Did they hit it and quit it? What'd they say?
We hit it and
that
quit
makes
it.
it sound cool.
we hit it and quit it, and then I was like, can we make this happen faster so we have a little more downtime when it's done and we can just lay here? And he's super down for that. He's like, I'm like,
Yeah.
let's not try to have a movie, make a movie or a music video or any kind of like
You're
Enya
right.
song.
Take
Let's just
my breath away.
Nope.
That's what sometimes you're just like, baby, you impressed me years ago. You don't
I
have
don't
to
need
keep.
that.
Yeah, let's
You know?
nobody be a hero tonight.
Nope.
Let's just. I don't need a hero. I just need a.
I need to lay down.
I need to
without
watch
any
Netflix.
sort of cardiovascular expectations. Not that that's the thing. So the point is he did great. So on to a hot
Well,
flash
good
that
for
both
that.
my husband
Okay.
and I, we both share this hot flash, is I'm having a big minute with Dave Grohl. I always have. Do you know who that is? He used to be, you absolutely know who that is. I don't know why I asked you that. He used to be the drummer for Nirvana and then he went on to the Foo Fighters. He's super nice. And so on TikTok, which again, you guys, if I spent half the time doing anything other than my kids would have better birthdays. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so
Kristen would be LPN right now if she were
you
in
kidding?
nursing school instead
oh
on
my
TikTok.
God, I would be so educated. I'd be so educated. And I've learned a couple things, but there's this
LNP?
great-
Shit, I'm so stupid. I don't know.
a licensed practical nurse, right? LPN
Oh, is that
nurse.
what it is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
long-term
I thought it was
care. Sure.
licensed nurse practitioner.
Here's the point.
I'm
I'd be licensed in something other than
sorry.
wasting my
Absolutely.
life.
Yeah.
God's gonna be like, no one cares about a Gap
Kristen,
sweatshirt.
I gave you 104 years.
Yeah.
And here you are 96 and you're trying to
You can't
still
can't fold a fitted bed sheet. What the fuck do you need TikTok for? You've improved nothing.
Oh God.
You've
It's that
improved
old
nothing.
it's that old thing. He's like, I sent you the MySpace, I sent you the Facebook, then I send you the TikTok, and I expect you to learn things.
and you didn't do shit.
you didn't.
Like, you literally, your house is still messy. Your hair's a disaster. I'm doing my best, but I really found this story so cute. So this kid is young. He's like 10 and he's in a restaurant and this guy walks in and he immediately starts crying because he's such a huge fan. It's Dave Grohl. He walks in and he's so overwhelmed because he's such a fan that he starts to cry. But Dave Grohl notices it, and like the parents are like, "We're really sorry. He's a huge fan. He just kind of doesn't know what to do with his feelings." And so Dave Grohl sits down. He's with his family. He's a total family guy. Sits down, has a chat with this kid for a good 10 or 15 minutes. Goes, has dinner with his family, and he goes, "Hey, if you want to take a picture or something, or talk to me again when you're getting ready to leave." So the kid kind of comes together, and he's like so overwhelmed and so inspired. And Dave Grohl goes to leave. He's got a kid in his arm. He's got a baby, and he goes outside, and there's
How
tons of.
hot is that?
So
Hello.
I mean,
Rock
you
star with
wanna-
a baby in
I
his
want
hands?
to talk about cardiovascular activity. Thank you. So
Kristen's like, forget my TMJ, man.
yeah, I don't need you to. You can't even see what's happening right now on this podcast, but that's not your business. So he walks outside, and the kid goes to him and was like, like waving, like bye, and there's paparazzi, and Dave Grohl like gave it to. He was like, get like back off, and then he started talking to this kid. He was like, "It's really nice to meet you," and he's like, "Shut." Like such a rocker, dude. And then my other favorite story, and if you have not seen him tell this story, he was in a show. He fell off the stage. He fractured his leg and dislocated his ankle. He goes
Ow.
off stage. The doctor goes, you can't go back and play because if I don't hold your foot in place, it will it'll dislocate again. I have to like hold it in place. And Dave Grohl's like, "I guess you're going to finish this show with me then." So Dave Grohl goes back
That's
on the stage,
amazing. Oh my God.
back on stage.
You would do that.
I would do that. Finishes
You totally
the
would do that.
show.
You'd be like, it's embarrassing. Can we act like he's not here? But let's do this.
Yeah.
And I would be like, everybody needs to accompany me to a comfy place.
Yeah, and then I'd be the world's biggest pain in the ass. And I would be like 5 years later, I'd be like, "Do you guys remember when I was so heroic?"
Well, okay. Truth be told, the guy shot me up with a bunch of pain drugs, so I don't remember any of it. But tell me how cool it was.
Oh God, he's so hot. And then this is dorky, but our neighborhood city council asked him if he would be part of the 4th of July parade. And he's like, "Yeah, cool, man." And he drove his like VW van just through this residential parade for no reason other
Yes.
than the city council asked him. He's a cool ass down.
Okay, so
rocker
that's
dude.
what this is what I was going to say. Kristen told me about how he has this like one of those really cool like collector
Ugh.
Volkswagen buses, not like my grandparents' camper Volkswagen bus that had a shitter in it. Although it was pretty cool.
The shit
Uh,
is like covered. It doesn't
No, it was
even
a
have
regular
wall.
seat. No, it was just a regular seat that you
opened
like
the thing
took.
and there's a hole in it, and you took a
You
dump
could
and then-
literally seatbelt yourself in while shitting. And you know what was right behind it? The sink.
The cooler.
And the everything.
cooler.
Yeah, the fridge. So you could sit, you could take a dump in
Shit.
this, you could reach around, you could grab a drink.
beer, and you could
Yes.
play cards. I don't know why you're
All
thinking that's
the
not
the
selling
table
it
like
for me.
pops in there. Okay. So he's got one that, but the cool version of that. So Kristen tells us about this. And of course, my husband's like, what's it look like? Blah, blah, blah. And Kristen describes what it's like because we've heard we live in LA. Like you can like kind of go anywhere. And there's some like the guy who played Chunk in Goonies, his mom used to teach at our school.
Yeah, there's
Like,
always
it's-
like a weird famous by proxy, but you still get like your breath. You go
You
like
still-
if you
still.
still see someone famous that's like, especially like somebody really famous, you're like, "Oh my God." Like, sorry, sidebar, the time you and we were at that restaurant and you three were talking about something girly, and I was like, "Will you assholes just notice that Justin Bieber is sitting right
Oh,
next
yeah.
to me?"
Yeah.
And you three were like, "And I just love those earrings that dangle." I'm like, "What is
Then all of a
happening?"
sudden I was like, well, truth be told, I thought Justin Bieber would not have that sort of adult acne.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I know. I was
I
actually
didn't know
happy
it
that
was
you guys didn't notice it because you would be
Yeah.
like, "I don't like his attitude."
because I got a Justin thing. I was like, he better have tipped well.
Yeah.
Because the guy's got a lot of scratch. But and so the neighborhood that I live in, there's like a really nice part of it. We all know what this is like, where it's like where Jojo Siwa lives is
Unbelievable.
and also down there's where Dave Grohl lives. And
I'm
so
going to
we
Halloween
heard,
over there.
Yeah, but no, it's hilly. You don't want to. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't give out great candy, so I
I'm
don't know.
not talking about your candy. I'm talking about Dave Grohl's
Dave Grohl
candy. And
candy?
I
Well,
respect that Dave Grohl's candy is occupied by another wife candy, but I'm just saying if I could see the candy, I don't have to eat the
so
candy.
well, evidently has a super young, beautiful model-esque wife because
What?
my husband told me this, and here's the story. Just to prove that my neighborhood is not fancy, except the Dave Grohl part is, which is ways away. So, our school, like, we can't afford our band. Like, our
Everybody's
like,
having a hard time fronting for
listen,
clarinets, you guys.
yeah, LAUSD, they pay for
I
very little,
know.
and
They
that
don't pay
band,
for anything.
man,
It's all up to parents per each school. It's really
come on, the
hard.
arts, guys. Support them.
Yeah.
Like, so nobody, like, we can't afford to pay the band. And so my husband and I are brainstorming, like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? My husband's out jogging one day and he sees this Volkswagen bus drive by. And it's the bus that Kristen described from the neighborhood parade in Los Angeles. So
I
my
would have lost
husband,
my mind. I would have ran
flo-
after that bus.
no, my husband did, flags him down, stops the bus with his body in the middle of the street and begs, like makes him roll down the window. And he's like, the wife, the beautiful model wife, clearly wanted to get home and was not having any of my husband's shit. But my husband,
He's
there are
like
kids in the
breathing
back
on
of
him
it
and
too.
sweating, and he's like, I just did
Yeah.
talk to you about.
He's like, he's like, my glasses were fogged up and I was so excited and I could not have looked like more like a crazy grandpa at the moment. I mean, the mom was like, look, I got one kid on the shitter back here. I got another one in the front. Like,
they think
and
it's
as-
really awesome. You can crap and shit and eat and play Uno at the same
but
time.
we got to get home, right? So my husband's like, what if we make it like the Dave Grohl Orchestra? Can you help us like pay for the and he was really cool and listened to
God
my
bless
husband and
him.
like I mean, so that was, and then we go into quarantine, so like nothing has happened. But I can guarantee you that my husband looks super psychotic and gets that one weird crossed eye, like when he gets too excited. So I'm sure he looked like the biggest psycho, and Dave Grohl was so nice to him.
But any man, any grown ass man who would run after another man who is also a famous man in an effort to support the arts at their school, I think the real hero of this story is your husband.
I'm gonna go give him a job, and there you have it.
God bless you. And if I would just appreciate that you not share that with anybody that might hear it from my house, because I don't want the pressure. Okay. Also, my husband didn't run after Dave Grohl, but he does do a lot of hours on governance council.
Well, I think we podcasted.
I think
Kristen.
we podcasted.
I think we're done. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.